And he does our sports stuff. And so have we gotten Jimmy on the phone yet?
You didn't tell me you want me to call him right now.
I did. I said that. I said,
you said we want to call him during the show.
Yeah, I said the first part.
And traditionally, we've always called people during the break.
Well, here's the problem: is that Jimmy and I are going to be going to the same funeral, so he's got to leave early. So he asked, "Is it okay?" And I said, "Of course," because I understand.
Who, Joey or Jimmy?
Jimmy and I are going to the same funeral.
I'm calling Jimmy right now. Just
okay.
Oh,
and so
exciting.
We'll say, "Hello, good morning."
Oh, this isn't Jimmy. This is Jenna. All right.
Yeah, we're kind of doing. Is this the right number?
Maybe.
Hello.
It is the right number.
Okay. Good morning, Jimmy. Wow, it's so good to hear your voice. Listen to his voice. He's so.
Sounds all raspy again.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's very sexy. So just keep that rasp. It's all right. All right, Jimmy.
Never thought I would hear that from you.
Jimmy, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, really, Cindy?
Why can't I say that? I'm like his second mom, and I can say stuff like that.
That's exactly why
baby.
you don't say that.
That you don't say your kid looks... Oh, okay. All right, I won't say that. It sounds raspy. Okay.
We're already off to a good start.
You sound raspy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cindy, say that to everyone you helped raise. That's your new thing all week, next week. Tell them how sexy they sound.
He doesn't know. When you used to do the voiceovers for adult entertainment for one.
Shut up! I can't believe you brought that up. I was totally innocent in that. I did not know that that's what I was doing the voiceover for. They put a script before me, and I read the script, and they said, do it in a lower voice. And so I went, okay, when you're good. And so I did this voice, and then when I saw it, I was absolutely promoting the Playboy channel. That was started to
There's nothing like you're sitting there watching cable and you're flipping channels and you hear this lady who's like your mom talking about catch all the naughty boys and girls.
No, I did never say that. I would have known. I didn't say that.
We always knew Cindy was there at the beginning. She's a pioneer woman, and this is right when the Playboy channel kicked off. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, but they didn't call it the Playboy channel. It was called the Pink.
Spice.
It was like what? Spice? Yeah, Spice. That's right. Anyway, it wasn't called Playboy. I would have known, and I would have said I couldn't do that because everybody would. But I couldn't believe people recognized my voice. You know, like it was already done. Yeah. And then they said, "You want to come see? We finished the visuals with your spot that's running." So they took me into the room. It's already playing, and they took me. I said, "Well, what?" And so I see this, and yeah. And so they can't even play the spot till after 10:00. And it was a bad thing. Right. So I went to the marketing guy. I said, "You can't have my voice. People are recognizing it." I said, "How can they recognize it? You know, don't talk like that normally." And I said, "They're doing it. They're recognizing it." And my family is going crazy. They're just giving me such the business. So you brought it up, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. There goes your 5 minutes. Okay, it's nice talking to you.
I'm up.
Now listen. Sam came in the room the other night, and I said, "Hey, did the Texans win?" And he started laughing and laughed all the way out the door for the last game, and he just kept laughing. So in my mind, I thought, "Oops, I guess they didn't," because I missed the game. And the first, the game before that, they won. And I was talking to Connor Halstead last Friday, and I said, "Wasn't that great that the Texans won?" I said. They played, and I don't know who they played. It was a bad team. Who was the team they played? Some
Colts.
Well,
the Colts.
Yeah, he said they're the worst team in this. I thought we'd done something good, and then he said,
"Well, they're a rival, so it's always nice to beat them by
a
field goal."
Are they below us? Are they in last place, or we're?
If we keep losing, they won't be below us for long.
Okay, Cindy, you're in Houston. You're always looking up.
We don't focus on placing. We just focus on how can we do better next time.
The playoff.
Well, I thought that really good-looking quarterback they got, the new quarterback. I thought he was going to be great. I mean, if he was good and he was good-looking, I mean, he could just replace J.J. Watt.
Does he sound sexy?
when he's calling out
I
the
don't think
plays.
he's heard him talk.
No, he probably talks like this real. But he is so.
Hey, you know what? The
really
last
cute.
time they had a good-looking quarterback, David Carr, that really didn't work out too well.
No, who's the guy with the big the Love Me Blue?
We just got the wrong
that
brother. The wrong car.
Warren Moon?
No, not Warren.
Oh, Dan Pastorini.
Yeah, Dan Pastorini. He was good looking, and he had that Joe Namath kind of look, and everybody loved him, and he did well. I agree. It's
That's
like
exactly right. That's why we loved him, because he did well.
He finally
this guy
did
right
well.
now, Osweiler, not so much so.
Well, Sam had this. He said, "This guy looks like he's like a little league player in the outfield,
Yeah.
and he's picking up the grass and looking at the grass, and looking up the sky." He says he does not have a. That's how he felt about him. I said, "Well, but he's so good looking." And Sam said, "That doesn't matter. He's got a helmet on. You can't see his face anyway." And then when he, it's just throwing the ball and making the ball connect to the person he's throwing it to. That's all he's supposed to be doing. But anyway, so that didn't go well. So we're not going to dwell on the Texans in that sense, right? We need to go on. Where's our hope, Jimmy? Where is our hope? What do we have to look forward to? What can we say with pride that this is our team? Who can we say?
What can we say? Hey, Rocket season started. They're off to a real bang, losing to a bad LA team. We can say that.
No, they did, because I knew they were going to play, but I didn't know who they were playing, and they lost.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to meet Joey Sheaf.
Hey, how you doing?
Joey has a show called Real Talk on here, and he talks politics and spiritual stuff just like I do, and I love it. And so he's on here, but he loves you know about sports, right? You keep up?
I know about sports, yes.
Okay, you know about them. So we can't talk sports intelligently. Well, maybe Richard does, but he only likes hockey. That's all he likes.
I understand that. I understand the appeal of hockey. I did watch the Stanley Cup with my family this last go around, and it was pretty exciting. Like, this is the first time that I'd ever watched.
Now, do you
the
think
Stanley
people
Cup.
that watch that and like that are more well educated than we who like football? Go ahead, answer that question. Be in trouble. No,
I don't
know. I'm still trying to figure out why they throw a squid or an octopus onto the ice. I'm like, okay, what's that?
Well, they throw a lot of things on the ice.
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of
That's true.
a fun thing.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing is hat tricks. People throw their
Everybody's supposed to throw in their baseball hats. I'm like, hey man, that was like a $30 hat.
Yeah, that's what I every time I go to a game, I'm like, man, these people are nuts. Like, there's at least 50 to like 70 hats in the rink, and I'm like, man,
jeez.
I wonder what they do with all those hats.
I remember going to an Arrows game, God, it's like 20 years ago, and I was like, if someone scores 3 goals, if someone touches my hat, I'm punching someone in the face.
Yeah.
Now wait, now see, they're so violent in hockey, and they slam up the glass and all that. So that's why people are going, right?
Yeah.
And they talk like, yes, I'm going to my hockey game, but they're there as much as we are we want to see something happen.
Yeah.
Football is so slow to me, and so is baseball. I mean, some pitcher hits.
Oh God! Don't let your husband hear you talk blasphemy about baseball.
I know. So and Chad, my son, and Jimmy's really good friend. He gets so depressed about baseball when it gets bad. Don't talk. You better not say anything. You don't better not use the word Astros.
Well, one thing I notice about baseball is it's usually not immediate when you know they suck. Because they play so many games. There's a lot of games where we're like, man, we won by 10 runs. We're so good. And like the next losing streak will be 10 games, and they'll do another game where they win by like 8 runs, and it's like a huge roller coaster to be a fan.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I mean,
baseball's very bipolar.
Yeah. That's a great word for it.
But football's not, because like after 4 games, you're like, oh man, we probably won't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's over.
I find college football to be way more exciting than the NFL.
Yeah.
Because
you lose one game, it's all over with.
Yeah, well,
Sam
there's more at stake.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a lot more teams too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
But is there any dirt you can dish in the sports realm? Is anything going on? Is everybody behaving themselves?
they're athletes. Someone's always doing something wrong. I don't know who's doing it right now.
I want Jimmy's take on this. This is going to get political, but when people said locker room talk,
Oh, here we go.
a lot of athletes were divided by this. By like, oh, that's not locker room talk, and then Charles Barkley's like, that's locker room talk.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So would you say locker room talk? It's pretty much happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Probably, but now you have so much media in there, and everybody's listening. Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's recording something.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys can't go in there anymore and
The girls are in there now too.
be the guys. And, and I'm not going to blame just women reporters. That's their fault. Guys have to watch what they say. No, because when women first started breaking into that, they kind of understood. Okay, I'm going into this guy's world. And, some might be misogynistic, but, I'm dealing with a bunch of guys that are full of testosterone. Yeah. Now, oh, my God, everybody's feelings get hurt if you just say something that's been so
That's a good point.
Like the end of the world. They have turned athletes into pansies. These guys now.
Yep.
Jimmy, weren't you with me when we went into the locker room at the Rockets game that you came?
I was not.
Oh, okay, it must have been after
I went to that game. I didn't go to the locker room, but I remember what Chad said and saw. And
yeah, okay, Chad was, and I tell people, I said, I got to go in the locker room, and these guys, you have to keep looking them in the eye because they don't care what they have dropped and all that they're showing off, and they were just telling me, like, if you girls are going to come in here, you're going to get to see all this stuff. This is right. But Jimmy loved the Rockets. I mean, he's just top Rocket fan, and I was able to get him into a game and let him be one of the crew.
Oh, nice.
'cause for shooting this.
it was on my birthday. It was on my birthday.
It was on his birthday.
Oh, even
and
more
so
special. Man.
What a gift. What a
I
gift.
still have the media pass. I saved it.
Oh, my, that's so cute. Jimmy, we got to go, and I know you have to go, and I will see you later on a very sad occasion, but I know that we're going to find some good in this that's happened. So anyway, Jimmy, thank you so much, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Jimmy the C on the Cindy Cochran Show.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
Lone Star Community Radio is FM. That's right. Set your radio dials and your button presets to Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1, coming in June of 2016. To celebrate this edition and the addition of video versions of our talk and music shows on YouTube, cable TV, and Our City TV, we are offering special sponsorships rates, which include free audio spots that are played throughout our broadcast. Interested? Check out our sponsor rates for shows just like the one you're listening to online at irlonestar.com/sponsor or call the station at 936-647-5747. Reaching the people of Montgomery County with Montgomery County's community radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Oh, that's so true. It is Friday. It's Friday, everybody. This is so exciting. We all love Fridays around here. New movies have started.
Yes.
And have you looked to see what's started?
I've not looked to see what all has started, but I did see one movie last night or yesterday afternoon. Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Is it the ones that are okay? You can't see the ones that are going to be just starting on Friday. They start at 7:00 on Thursdays, 7 p.m. on Thursdays. You can see them before Friday.
Right.
But that's not the one you saw?
No. I saw The Woman on the Train.
I love that movie.
You seen it? Oh my gosh! I was not too sure about it, just because I don't know. From the previews, it just seemed like all the action was going to happen on the train. Like,
there was
and I
too
was
much
like,
sex. Too much sex.
That's also true. Yes,
gratuitous sex. Too much of that.
Yes, very much so.
But the idea was a good idea.
Yeah, the idea of everybody's betraying everybody, and you can't trust anybody.
Now, don't say don't say too much that you.
Oh yeah. That's true. I can't. I was going to go into a whole diatribe about the plot, Cindy. Now I can't.
Oh, see, that's what's bad. We always have to wait till after the show's been out for like 2 weeks. Then I want to talk about it. Like, what did you think about this part and this part?
Yes.
But I usually try and tell people like this was good or this. Yeah. But you have to be ready for that. Like my daughter had wanted me to go see it with her, and we weren't able to. And after I saw it, I went, I'm so glad that I didn't have anybody I knew sitting around me, and I had to put my shades on when I walked out because it was just, that was like light porn or something that I've read about. There was just too much. And I hadn't, the R-rated movies have, usually like violence and people getting their heads cut off and stuff like that. That's okay. I don't mind that. But it's embarrassing whenever they have all the other stuff. Now, if I went to see 50 Shades of Grey, I would know what to expect. That's going to be full of that.
And now they're making a sequel, 50 Shades Darker. Like they're making a second movie.
Well,
on that.
They're going to have to go away to top this one, but I think that if they need to be, I was going to say more explicit about what they were saying. This is not what I meant. Yeah. And but they did show a lot of stuff, and I didn't think that really happened that much anymore. Maybe it's coming back. Maybe sex is getting to be popular.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's being.
What did you like about it?
I loved the characters. Mm-hmm. Emily Blunt's character had to grow on me a little bit, just because, like, I didn't understand the full scope of how drunk how inebriated her character could be at certain times. I was like, it just made me really uncomfortable. Which, if that was the point of the character, then it really worked, because I was really uncomfortable for her and by her. I loved the twists and turns that the story takes, because you start thinking one thing, and just like any classic movie in this genre, that you start thinking one thing, and then it just even one minor detail just shifts it completely. It's like, oh my gosh, I was completely wrong. It wasn't this person; it was this person, and it's just a roller coaster of twists and turns. It's
that's
fantastic.
what I like, and that's what I thought I was going to get, was just that.
Right. And then they throw
cover my eyes.
Yeah.
Cover my anybody with me eyes. No, I know it's not real.
Yeah.
It's only a movie. But. Anyway, something that started, I really want to see Inferno. I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, the sequel to like Angels and Demons,
right,
with Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
And
the first one was, this is the third in the series. I think there was one before Angels and Demons, wasn't there? The very first one was called.
Oh goodness.
No. Okay, well, I'll look it up. Yeah. We'll figure it out. But Inferno's come out, and this looks. I mean, I thought it looked good. I love that kind of background, the historical part of it, and all that. Jack Reacher, never go back.
Oh,
you think, Cruise is getting long in the tooth and shouldn't be doing these things, but he still looks good.
Yeah.
Like being the adventure guy.
Yeah.
And it's PG-13, so I think he's just going to take his shirt off, and that's all. Because actually,
a lot of hardcore violence, though. Because he's just like annihilating everybody who's trying to annihilate him.
Right. The Jack Reacher before this, when he had the fight with the five guys, he took him out in the street.
Oh yeah,
And he keeps saying, "You've got. I'll let you out. This is your last time."
That's a bad idea.
That's a great line. They should teach you before you start to fight. It's okay. This is your last chance to get out of this. He goes, start feeling a little. Oh, wait a minute. What have I got myself into?
I don't know. I did not see the first Jack Reacher film, so I don't have much of a leg to stand on in an opinion and a review of it. But
go see it. It's.
I don't know. I've seen all the previews for it, and I guess same with my opinion of The Woman on the Train. I was really underwhelmed by the previews of The Woman on the Train, but completely blown away by the movie. Yeah. I was seriously underwhelmed by the previews, because that's all that. Much? I think they did. I think they showed too much of the action. It's like, well, if that's the most, if that's the not quality, but like the type of action that we're going to get. That's what Tom Cruise has been doing for the past decade, 2 decades. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to spend $10 on.
Sam and I was sitting there. Sam and I was sitting in the movie, and when they show the trailers, and a movie like that would come up, and just as it's over, I start to turn around to him and say, and he goes, "Seen it." And that's how he feels. He feels like everything they just showed in that was the best part of it. They took all the best and showed you that. So that was it. Yeah. But The Accountant, that's been out for a while. Did you see it?
No, but I want to. I want to so bad.
I want to see that one.
That's so good.
Good.
I'm not a Ben Affleck fan. My friends know because I complain about him a lot to them. I do not like Ben Affleck either, like as a person or an actor. Like I just I just don't like the guy. But the movie itself looks so interesting.
It does.
I want to see it for J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons is one of my favorite actors. He plays like one of the leaders or somebody who's trying to track down the accountant, quote unquote, the accountant. I love J.K. Simmons so much. Oh. He was in he won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for Whiplash, the movie about the orchestra, the drummer guy.
Okay, I don't know that one.
With Miles Teller.
I didn't, but if I'm going to go see it, and so I'll look for him, and for sure. Now
he's the insurance guy, the farmers.
Oh,
yeah,
I love that guy.
Yeah. That's J.K. Simmons.
I love that guy. It's so funny to see him in something else like that.
Yeah,
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I've seen that twice now.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. It's very good because my granddaughter wanted to see it again.
Gotcha.
And we saw it in those seats that the seats that turn and rumble and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You've never done that? You've never bought one of those seats?
I mean, I've experienced that kind of show before. I can't remember where it was. I think it was Six Flags or something. There was a SpongeBob ride. This like SpongeBob the movie or something like that, or SpongeBob's Adventure, and it was like a 4D sort of thing. And so you would sit in this chair and it would rock along with you. And then at the very end, like he would like fall into this sea within the sea, and it would like splash water on you from the chair in front of you. And so like I've experienced something like that. But
this was these seats can be good and bad. I did the Monster Squad, the Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad. I sat through one of those.
Yeah.
But the one I did with the other, I could have had the same effect with having a 2-year-old sitting behind me that that kicks the seat and moves the seat. I think I don't know why I always get in front of that family that lets the kids stand up in front of them, and then they push and they do all the stuff to the seat. But it costs. It's expensive to do.
Yeah.
I didn't see Ouija. Did you see Ouija?
No, I saw the prequel to it, or the movie that came before it.
Oh, I didn't know there was another one. Oh.
Yeah, it was all right. It was a stereotypical like no-name actor and actress horror movie. Like I didn't recognize anybody in it. It was fine. It had a bunch of jump scares, but they were jump scares that you expected, while they were still scary because you never can truly expect a jump scare.
Well, Ouija would be, if there was a lot of gore in it, I like to go see how they do the special effects in gore. I like that because I've seen how I've watched some people do some on movie sets to do some stuff. So I like to see what they've come up with now. And there's so much they can do because of the they've always had CGI. I knew there was, can't get the acronym straight, but they've had that for a long time. But they're just using it so well now, and it's so great. All right, if I was the person that I could say, hey, I'm going to send you out to go see a movie, and you come back and give us what you think about it, I would send Richard to go see Boo, A Medea Halloween.
I would love to see that movie.
I bet.
Can you imagine? Oh, well, word.
See, the thing is, like, those kind of movies are fun. Like, that's why you go to the movies, just to see how. I mean, think about how ridiculous that movie would have been 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But now everyone's like, what else other ideas does this guy have? Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
And this is what he does, and he capitalizes on the Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like another form of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, he is.
No, it's not that. It's like it's just the way the character. Like now, you
Yeah.
can put this character into any space, any world, and you can make a movie about it. Like you can make like a space movie
Medea
with
in
Medea in
space.
space. Like you
Can
really
imagine
Have you
her
ever
going to
seen-
the
It's,
ISS?
well, no, it's like now what's his name? I just went blank. I'm sorry. The guy who voiced Slinky in Toy Story.
Oh.
He did.
Tom. Oh,
No,
not
he
this
recently he passed away several years ago. Ernest goes to camp. Ernest goes to jail. Like all those things. Like that's what you could do with her.
Yeah, well, they have a movie Medea Goes to Jail.
Well, that's what they already did it apparently. I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and she doesn't play a cross-dresser. She's playing.
No, she's a woman.
Yeah, she's a woman.
Yeah.
But it's Tyler Perry dressed
Right.
up as her. Yeah,
He plays a few characters in the Medea movies, right?
He does.
He
He's
plays
played
a few family members.
He's done like how Eddie Murphy would do.
Yeah.
And, nobody did as well as Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. That was so awesome. Okay, we got to go to another break, and we will be back. And I bet it's going to be about politics. Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
I know you know this already, but most of the shows on Lone Star Community Radio are available in podcast format. If you want to keep up with the latest shows, just subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lone Star Community Radio, and our website at irlonestar.com. You can even follow us on SoundCloud and Twitter to see the latest posts from Lone Star Community Radio. Can't find a show? Then just search for it on irlonestar.com in the search bar to the top right of every page. Or just contact us on irlonestar.com/contact us with your questions, demands, sponsorships, anything. Lone Star Community Radio is your Montgomery County community radio station.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. This is our last segment. Oh, Joey has been so great
We
to
have
be
two
here.
more segments.
No, we don't. Look, it's
10:32.
Oh, it's the last segment for me because I'm going to leave early. I'm leaving early.
Oh, well, thank you for letting the producer know that.
Did you hear me say I'm going to have to leave early? Did you not hear me say it? Okay.
I thought you meant
All right.
more of he had to we all had to get somewhere, and
Yeah,
then that's why he's
he
on the
has-
first segment.
Right,
So am
Jimmy
I gonna
had
be,
to
like,
leave early.
finishing out the
and
show
then-
or something?
Yeah, we're going to let you talk about Star Wars to Richard.
Sweet. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Richard.
I was so
Well,
afraid. I
no,
was
we
gonna-
have to do it in the character of Cindy Cochran.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
y'all do-
right. Okay.
No, you got it. I don't. That does not sound like her. I can't do it. I can't do a New York Jewish accent.
Jewish New York accent. Okay.
Well,
It just-
that's her go-to role play voice.
That's right. That's right. I'm talking sometimes. And
Yeah.
sometimes. No, and then I got to get into that character because
She
I'm
can't.
telling
Here we
you,
go. I told you it's like her go-to.
Because I'm telling you,
What I'm
sometimes
afraid of happening is
It's
she's
just
going to slip
funny.
and fall off this high curb out here, hit her head, and then all she remembers is her
that
Jewish
accent.
New York Jewish ancestry, and it's just like I called Sam. I'm like, Sam, I don't know what's going on with your life, but
She's gone.
Now she's a
No,
bitter Jewish woman
From
trying
New
to
York.
get home to New
I tell
York.
you, but don't you believe that the Jewish accent, and whenever people
just a New
do
Yorker, but I just-
New Yorker stand up, they're just so funnier than trying to do it with a Texas accent.
Trying
Texas
to
accent
do it,
is
yeah.
not going to get it, but a Jewish accent, so great. Because they draw out everything, but it's also it's the New Yorker in people, but it's just Long Island is where I would want to grow up.
They also
and be
have, like,
a stand-up comic,
They also have like a little twinge of irritation in their voice.
of course.
Like even if they're giving you
Well, it's 'cause
compliments,
it's-
you look good. Nah, come on.
Well, it's because they're cold all the time.
That's true.
Cold there, like 7 months out of the year, or probably more.
The strangest thing was finding out that when I was teaching sign language and I was asked to go to this convention where all these deaf people would be coming from all over the country, and they wanted me to interpret for them or help them whatever way they needed. So I'm standing there, and these people come up, and I'm signing to them, welcome, we're so happy to have you in Texas, and all that stuff. And one of them turned to the other one and signed, and I'm sure this is how it sounded as they signed it. This is what I hate about coming to people from the South. See how slow she's signing? We're going to be here all day before she finishes this one sentence, for crying out loud, And they were signing real fast, and I said, wow, y'all sign fast. Where are you from? They said, up north. And they said, oh, so you sign the same way the northern people will talk. And they said, yes, and it's very boring to watch you sign. Okay, goodbye. And then when I left, they were so rude, so mean. I went
over sign language, though.
And they've never heard another person, New Yorker. They've never heard the way they talk and all that thing. But it's just osmosis, I guess, being around them. And because people from the north, I'm sorry, they're very. When you call and you get someone from the north on the phone, and they're Yankee, and they're very curt to us because we're very friendly and slow it down. And how y'all doing? What's going on? What's happening? And they're just, they want to get to they say, what we hate about talking about Southerners. When I was working at Warner and I have to call Chicago or someplace, they said, we hate about talking to Southerners. You never get to the point. It takes you forever to get to what you're going to say.
That is true.
And we don't want any of that sugar-coated stuff here. Just give us what it is you want to say. And I was like, oh, my word.
That's true.
Y'all drink too much coffee. But I love them, and I know some are listening, and I love them. But, and I tried to get rid of that accent because I wanted to do voiceovers. So I tried to get rid of the Texas accent and learn other accents because of that. And, and the first job I got needed a Texas accent. And I couldn't, it was, to bring it back sounded so phony to come back with it. Yeah. But I'm very proud of our Texas accent. Okay, before this segment leaves and you and Richard talk about Star Wars, I wanted to talk about we've got another dump. This is the 21st dump from WikiLeaks. It just happened about a little over an hour ago, and they're starting to trying to dissect all of that.
Yeah.
But this is one statement that I don't know how they're going to get rid of. But the campaign said, this is their campaign sending an email around to each other. Mm-hmm. They're struggling. We're struggling how to reach these effing dumb young people. Now imagine that's coming out, and how that's going to hit all the Bernie people. They've been trying to get them, and how they've had all this trouble doing this, and it may be their attitude toward them that they have that they think they're all dumb. But to put stuff like that in an email, send it around, and then it comes back to you, and you say, "Well, I never said that. I'm sure somebody changed that up as it came out." No, that's not happening. And there was so much on the news. Do you watch the news? Like when you go home, do you watch the news? Or you listen to music or what? I
don't watch a lot of mainstream news, and I'm not saying that because I'm a millennial and I'm a hipster, and I don't watch the news that my parents watch. I do like to watch, the breaking news. I like to watch, sometimes the O'Reilly Factor. I like to watch the Five. But for the most part, I usually get my news from like The Blaze or Real Clear Politics, something online that I can read, not somebody's spin on it. Because, oh, here we go, Richard.
You should check out Reddit.
I do get some news off of Reddit too.
I don't know if you've been to the Donald Trump subreddit.
Yes, I have.
But
I am a subscriber.
My favorite thing about it right now is people are making posters for, how Hillary is "I'm with her."
Yeah.
And now it's "I'll die for her."
Oh, yeah.
And it's like they basically take all of her campaign posters and put in their own words, and it's like, I voted for you in the booth, and I'll sit in the foxhole for you or something like that. And
because Putin came out. Did you see Putin's statement about the election? That he said that if you vote for Donald Trump, you vote for peace. If you vote for Hillary Clinton, you vote for war. between Russia and America.
Well,
and so now all of these Trump supporters are, like Richard said, are turning all of her posters, all of her campaign posters into, I voted for you, I'm fighting for you in the booth, and now I'm fighting for you overseas, or something like that. And it's like, people don't understand the gravity of this election sometimes. And I think the main problem that Hillary Clinton and her campaign are having with reaching young voters,
right,
is because with Bernie Sanders. Now, I disagree with Bernie Sanders,
right,
but he was this caring grandfather figure to the millennials.
I think that was,
and he was like, hey, you know what? I'm with you every step of the way. The government is cheating you guys, and we're gonna try and fix it. We're gonna give you free college. We're gonna give all this stuff. And then Donald Trump, even, he's having more success reaching the young voters because he's like this again, sort of wacky uncle, wacky grandfather figure who, like, you don't really know him, but you want to sort of hang around him because of the things he says. That he's a wacky guy. He's not like anybody else.
Think about also the process of this election is very similar to when TV became very popular in the for consumers or voters to consume things. Because now, like, to me, if we have the next election in 4 years, if we don't have like a WikiLeaks thing involved, it's not going to be very entertaining every day. Like, it's going to be,
that's true,
because I think the WikiLeaks kind of exposes an angle of it that no one knows about, and now we're learning about this new angle about how politics work, and that's why you're getting so many younger people involved, because it's spicy.
Absolutely.
It is. It's sexy.
No,
so I know. I mean, like, and even I'm surprised no one's hacked Donald Trump yet.
Yeah.
And
well, Julian Assange said that if Donald Trump was corrupt, he would be hacking him.
But here's the deal: he doesn't email. He doesn't email. That's why
I'm not.
hack him.
Well, a lot of the emails about Hillary aren't about Hillary. If you read the way they talk about her, like, they have to go through like 15 people to approve tweets for her. And then, like, she does not do technology. It's evident in her having 15 Blackberries and all that kind of stuff. Like, she doesn't know what she's doing. They even say
so counterintuitive.
They even
to how
say
many
that in the
phones
emails. Like, sometimes she's forgetful.
Yeah,
and all this kind of stuff. And but I'm talking, in the future of politics, like even local politics.
Yeah,
when people get involved with elections, it's because they have something to talk about. And now we all have something to talk about every day.
Absolutely.
And it's new every day.
Absolutely.
Well, when she came out and said that she has all these emails that she says nobody would care about them. They're just about Chelsea's wedding, and it's about my yoga class, and also about, and emailing Bill. And that's not very entertaining or interesting at all. And then they go and ask Bill, like, how many emails have you got? He says, I don't email. I think I've sent one email in my life, and that's all. Apparently he didn't hear what she had just said was on these emails, and so that got him in trouble. But because of the foundation now has come back into the forefront of what's going on and what they're seeing, and how badly she lied, and how the GOP are saying, she wins. Most of the time she'll probably be spending is in front of us, because of the things that we're finding out now. Yeah, where she lied in front of us.
But she's going to back herself up with people who are not going to do anything about it, though. Yeah. It's just like the FBI Director Comey, that he was not going to do anything about the investigation. That he was putting up a front of, we're going to investigate this, and did the absolute bare minimum. And so if she is elected, she's going to surround herself with people who are going to do every single thing that she says.
Well, she'll have to do an early pardon for herself and then just get on with life.
Can you pardon yourself? I'm assuming you can as the most powerful person in America. Well, I'm assuming you can pardon yourself. But
maybe Obama will leave a pre-pardon, just there keep this up on you.
I pre-pardon you.
Yeah, that's right. And that'll be his gift to her.
Oh my gosh!
His
now
parting gift.
Obama is wrapped up in these email scandals
because we saw the. Go ahead.
You're just seeing how the inner workings of politics work.
Yes,
I mean,
it's that rock has been lifted. It is.
Yeah.
Well, you look at everything the public sees as at face value, and now, I mean, think about how everyone listens to these people and they actually pay attention to every Sunday's address and all that kind of stuff, and now you're seeing the boardroom talk, that kind of stuff, and
that's worse than the locker talk. Locker room talk. I can tell you. Wow, it is.
Well, both of them are
scary.
pretty bad.
Yeah,
and but I mean, the craziest thing to me is the fact that this is something more. It's more ethical than what's right, like what's right and wrong, in a sense, like criminally.
Okay.
Because when I say ethically, I mean like how do you get jobs? How do we give ambassadorships? We're seeing how it actually is
Give
done.
them what?
Yeah.
Ambassadorships.
Oh, I didn't hear the am.
So it's just kind of crazy to see it how nonchalant, like, this guy gave us money. Let's make him ambassador. I mean, it's all about being qualified, right? Yeah. No, it's just kind of like, hey.
No, that's right.
And that's what I love about that newest Veritas video.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Project Veritas got it.
Well, about the $20,000 being sent from Belize. Mm-hmm. But the dialogue afterwards, right when they got it, they had access to like 5 different options. They had an internship promised to them, like it's good for their for their little nieces, and all that stuff. And then they have a chance to meet Hillary Clinton now. Yeah, and I mean that was after they accepted the money. And I'm like, man, just think about if you did have money and you needed to have that kind of push nationally. Mm-hmm. I mean, how much money would it cost? Now there's a value to it. There's actually a money tangible value to me getting to meet somebody that high up.
Yep, there's a value to American lives overseas that people can be ransomed. There's a value to American politics. Everything can be bought with a price, and it's extremely sad that our public servants who were elected to serve the public can be bought. Like value it so little that they would sell off these positions for money. Well, I know that may seem like a naive thing for me to say, but like it's just it blows my mind sometimes.
Well, one of our listeners made sure that it's Jim Varney, who you were trying to talk about, the camp. Jim Varney was the guy.
Oh, the actor.
The voice.
The actor, yeah.
Yeah, the actor.
Ernest.
Yes, Jim Varney.
Yeah,
so anyway.
He's a really good actor, actually.
And Dennis is going to rename our show to be renamed Slow Talk Radio. Okay, so he's... But Dennis, they're going to start talking about Star Wars in just a minute. So hang on, we're going to go to a break. And I thank you so much for listening. And listen, Joey Sheaf, Real Talk, Thursdays at 12 o'clock. Thursdays at 12 o'clock. You get to hear him. Just amazing. Spinoff from the show, of course. Anyway, so we'll be right back. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
I know you know this already, but most of the shows on Lone Star Community Radio are available in podcast format. If you want to keep up with the latest shows, just subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lone Star Community Radio, and our website at irlonestar.com. You can even follow us on SoundCloud and Twitter to see the latest posts from Lone Star Community Radio. Can't find a show? Then just search for it on irlonestar.com in the search bar to the top right of every page. Or just contact us on irlonestar.com/contact us with your questions, demands, sponsorships, anything. Lone Star Community Radio is your Montgomery County community radio station.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the most opinionated talk show on radio.
Hey everybody, this is Joey Sheaf filling in just in the last few minutes of the show for Cindy Cochran. She had to dip out for a little bit or early this morning, and so this is exciting. This is exciting. I'm filling in for her, but you can catch my show just real fast. I'm going to plug my show real fast.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of the plug. You can check out my show. Listen in every Thursday afternoon from noon to 1 p.m. right here on irlonestar.com and soon to be Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 stations. My personally first FM show will be next Thursday. So if you just want to take a little joyride around Conroe, check on the station, see if you can listen in, and you also get to hear this voice for about an hour. It's only an hour, folks.
It's so sexy.
If Cindy were here, I wonder what she would be saying. But okay, so we were talking over the break, Richard. The new Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rogue One. You were saying that it's going to be much better than Episode 7 that came out. And I have to agree with you. Because, well, one, for me, the main thing that I'm most excited about is the return of Darth Vader. And it's being voiced by James Earl Jones again.
I mean, I can't believe they got him out of
retirement.
Retirement.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Which, I mean, but he is the guy for the role. And it's
Well, see, one thing I want to say, the reason I like this movie, there's a couple of reasons, but it's the director.
Oh, yeah?
Because this director who's doing it, is a small budget director. That's all he's been working with, like his entire film career. He's only done like 5 movies.
Really?
But he's done some noticeable movies for the practical effects that he does.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, I guess this is his second big one, because his first big one was Godzilla.
Really?
He directed the newer Godzilla in 2014.
Really?
And his first breakout movie was the movie called Monsters.
Monsters. Oh, who was in that?
But no one. It was a foreign movie that just did really well in the independent circuit. But what's really cool is his background is visual effects.
Gotcha.
So he did the visual effects and the directing for Monsters.
Wow.
And before that, that's what he was. He's a visual effects artist.
Jeez,
and historically with movies and visual effect artists who move into the director's role, they're good about, like, you're going to be entertained.
Yeah.
They're going to have good special effects. I'm more of a practical effect guy. I really like, for example, one of my favorite sci-fi movies is Stargate. And with Kurt Russell. But like, if you see it, it still looks good today. Yeah. Even though it was made in the 90s. And it looks like 90s were the worst time for special effects. Because that's where they had, like, the claymation was morphed into the green screen. The green screen was, very, very preschoolish at that time. But they did really well in that movie.
Everybody was experimenting in the media industry.
Yeah,
back then.
But it was, and Rogue One though looks really interesting just because of the story, and the people have the freedom to do whatever they want with intertwining some of the classic characters like Darth Vader. Yeah, and things like that.
And I'm really excited to see how they implement the war movie type genre into a Star Wars film, because when you think of Star Wars, you automatically think Luke Skywalker, you think Darth Vader, you think lightsabers, you think Jedi and everything, Jedi and Sith, the famous battles.
You think the background, the background of the war, because you don't get the large scale through Episode 4 through 6.
That's true.
You just see, like, I think the largest thing you see is a planet blowing up.
That's true.
Yeah. But Episode 1 through 3 showed some large scale wars. And heavy stuff. But I think the backdrop is really neat. But one thing that stinks about intellectual properties like this, and you take it on, and this is why I didn't like Force Awakens, is you have this world they built of, like, the Jedis and midichlorians and, like, Yoda and all this cool stuff. Well, you kind of have to at one point say, this is it. This is it for how this world works. We're not going to be throwing any other curveballs at people and stuff like that, because we're already gone too far with the fantasy element. Right. But that's one thing I really hope they don't try to introduce something brand new to the world of Star Wars. I'm like, just keep it as it is. Yeah. And there you go.
Yeah. I'm really excited for Episode 8 just to see Mark Hamill again, because I adore the guy. I mean, he's
do you think he's really cute?
I really do. It's the jig is up. But no, I adore the guy. He's a great actor, and while I did like the way he was staring at Rey in Episode 7, but no,
you're looking way too much into that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he's staring at her.
He's staring. You see the turmoil in his eyes. But no, I'm really excited how they implement him back into the franchise in Episode 8, and to see where they take the story, what they do with Kylo Ren, because there's so many fan theories that Kylo Ren could become good and Rey could turn evil, and it's just this back and forth, which I don't know how much of a movie they could do with that sort of storyline, but I mean, if they can make Episodes 8 and 9 out
Rogue
of it,
One is just gonna be a fun movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's all it's gonna be.
Definitely.
And that's one thing. I think that's one thing that's important in looking at these movies from past 30 years, 40 years. Yeah. Has it 40 been? It hasn't been 40 years. I know it hasn't been 40 years. But it might have been. I don't know. But what I'm thinking of is when you look at there's going to be 9 total episodes apparently for Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, no, they're talking about episodes 10, 11,
well, I mean, like
what's
been written.
Yes.
I put air quotes on that one.
Yeah. But they have so many expanded universe novels that they can go off of, which I wish they did that for episodes 7, 8, 9.
Well,
I wish they had done the original gone off of the books. But anyway, that has been our takes on Rogue One.
We didn't get into it.
Yeah, we didn't get into the nitty gritty, but guys, go see Rogue One. Go check out some movies this weekend. You are listening to the Cindy Cochran Show. Joey Sheaf filling in for the Cindy Cochran, and this is Real Reality Radio.
And this is Dick Schissler. I also want to make a special announcement. When Cindy returns, we're hoping to be on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 starting that Monday. Just to give everyone a heads up, too, Lone Star Community Radio will be going dark starting at 3 p.m. today, all the way through the weekend with our install updates. So keep an eye on our Facebook. Check out Cindy on Facebook for our podcasts and all that kind of stuff. She has her own channel on SoundCloud and YouTube. Just look up the Cindy Cochran Show, and there she is. And she'll try to post those shows more recent shows as fast as possible because I make her. We'll see you later.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.